No one saw this coming as the Major League Baseball trade deadline approaches. The New York Yankees are leaving no stone unturned in their quest to improve the roster. There's been a surprising development about their plans, something that caught even the most seasoned fans off guard. The Yankees clearly have a legitimate shot at the World Series this year, but it's obvious that some upgrades are necessary, especially in a few key positions. The pitching staff has been solid, but there's always room for improvement. Particularly in the bullpen, Max Scherzer is dominant, Carlos Rodon has been impressive, and Luis Severino is on his way back, which adds depth and firepower. Still, the team is not quite where it needs to be to guarantee postseason success. Especially without Garrett Cole in the mix, the outfield is stacked, with four talented players vying for 3 spots, which gives the Yankees a surplus of options out. The real concern is in the infield, where things are far less stable. Jazz Chisholm Jr., originally a second baseman, has been shifted to third base. And while his numbers have improved in that role, it's not the ideal situation for the team. DJ LeMahieu has been better than expected this season, but he still doesn't quite fill the role of a consistent everyday starter that a team aiming for a championship requires. So, the Yankees need to shore up their middle infield, focusing on acquiring either a second or third baseman, preferably someone who can solidify the hot corner and allow Chisholm to move back to second base where he excels defensively. One name that has come up unexpectedly is ISIAH KINER-FALEFA, a versatile infielder from the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Yankees and the San Francisco Giants have been closely watching him, considering him as a possible addition before the trade deadline. Kiner-Falefa's offensive numbers have cooled off recently, with a low on-base plus slugging over his last 40-plus games, but his value has always been in his defensive versatility and reliability. He can play multiple infield positions, which is valuable, especially if injuries strike. However, his bat has never been his strongest suit, and that's a concern for a team that needs consistent offensive production. The Yankees actually traded for Kiner-Falefa before, acquiring him along with Jose Trevino from the Texas Rangers. Trevino was the bigger win in that deal, becoming an all-star for the Yankees, while Kiner-Falefa struggled to make a major impact with the bat. The idea of bringing him back doesn't excite everyone, especially if it means trading away something valuable to get him. If the price is low, like a minor prospect, then it might be worth it to add depth. But giving up anything substantial doesn't make sense considering the limited offensive upside. This isn't like the Yankees teams of the past where defensive prowess and smart base running alone could carry you. While Kiner-Falefa is a solid base runner and a reliable fielder, the team needs more than just defense at this point. The middle infield positions demand players who can contribute consistently at the plate as well. Right now, the Yankees have DJ LeMahieu, who is aging and showing some signs of decline, though he's still holding his own with a decent batting average and on-base percentage. The challenge is that he's not the long-term solution at second base for a team with championship ambitions. Jazz Chisholm Jr. has shown flashes of brilliance and has been hitting better since moving to third base. His power numbers are modest, but his on-base plus slugging metrics are above average this season, and he's been a key contributor with stolen bases and runs batted in. The question is whether moving him back to second base, where his offense has historically dipped, would be a step backward for the team's overall production. The Yankees need to figure that out quickly. Looking at Kiner-Falefa's career, his offensive output has been below average, with a career OPS that never cracked the 750 mark. He's not a power hitter, having only hit 35 home runs over nearly 3,000 at-bats, while defense and versatility are important. The Yankees are chasing a title this year and need players who can make a real impact on both sides of the ball. Adding Kiner-Falefa might feel like a lateral move, especially with players like Oswald Peraza already providing similar skills, but with better offensive potential. The conversation around Kiner-Falefa is essentially about whether the Yankees want to bring him back just for depth or to fill a starting role. Depth is important, especially with the team's injury history, and having a reliable utility infielder can be a big asset. But making him the centerpiece of the deadline moves is not the direction the team should take. The priority has to be acquiring a player who can solidify the infield starting positions and give the team a boost offensively. The Diamondbacks' Kettle Mart is an example of the kind of player the Yankees should be targeting. He's proven versatile and provides offensive firepower while playing solid defense. Someone like that would represent a true upgrade, pushing the team closer to its World Series goals. Meanwhile, DJ LeMahieu continues to provide veteran leadership and steady production, but he's not the cornerstone for the future. He might be best suited for a platoon or bench role moving forward. The depth chart also includes Oswald Peraza, Ben Rice, and others who are versatile and can cover multiple positions. This can be a blessing and a curse, as having too many players vying for spots can create challenges in managing playing time and chemistry, but given the Yankees' injury issues, having this kind of flexibility is critical if the Yankees decide to add Kiner-Falefa back into the mix. It should be part of a broader plan that includes acquiring a clear-cut starter for either second or third base. That way, the team maintains depth while improving the starting lineup. Without that starting-level acquisition, bringing back Kiner-Falefa alone won't be enough to push the Yankees over the top. Ultimately, this situation highlights the Yankees' need to balance pitching, offense, and defense carefully as the trade deadline nears. While the pitching staff has bounced back nicely after a shaky start, the infield remains a question mark. The Yankees have to find a way to shore up that middle infield to give their pitching staff the support it needs to win crucial games down the stretch. The clock is ticking, and the decisions made in the coming days will shape the Yankees' postseason chances. Fans are watching closely, hoping the front office can pull off moves that address the team's weaknesses without sacrificing the chemistry and talent that have made this season promising so far. The intrigue around ISIAH Kiner-Falefa is just one piece of a much larger puzzle, and it remains to be seen how the Yankees will navigate these final weeks before the playoffs. Building on the complexity of the Yankees' infield situation, the dilemma of where to place Jazz Chisholm Jr. remains a key puzzle piece. His recent performance since returning from injury has been impressive, boasting a hot streak that's lifted his overall numbers and energized the team. With a batting average hovering above the 300 mark in June, multiple home runs, stolen bases, and a nearly perfect ops during this stretch, Chisholm has proven he can be a dynamic force. The question is whether the Yankees should keep him at third base, where he's been hitting better, or shift him back to second base, his natural position, but one where his offense has historically dipped. This decision will have significant implications on the team's offensive balance and defensive alignment. Meanwhile, the presence of DJ LeMahieu adds another layer of complexity. Although he's performed better than many expected this season, his numbers suggest he's more of a complementary piece rather than the impact player needed for a championship push. His veteran leadership and experience in the clubhouse remain invaluable. But on the field, the Yankees need a spark, someone who can consistently deliver with the bat while holding down a key defensive position. LeMahieu's likely role may shift more towards being a platoon player or depth option, rather than an everyday starter, especially if the Yankees can bring in fresh talent at second or third base. Looking at ISIAH Kiner-Falefa again, his versatility makes him a tempting option for the Yankees as a utility infielder, especially with the team's injury risks. However, his offensive struggles cannot be overlooked. His recent cold streak, with a notably low OPS over his last 40-plus games, raises questions about whether he can contribute enough at the plate to justify a trade. Even if the price is relatively low, the Yankees have to weigh the benefits of adding defensive versatility against the cost of acquiring a player whose bat might not move the needle offensively. In comparison, Oswald Peraza, already on the roster, offers similar defensive flexibility with a better offensive outlook, which complicates the argument for trading for Kiner-Falefa. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. A major buzz is stirring in Major League Baseball circles as whispers emerge about a potential blockbuster trade involving the New York Yankees and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sources suggest that ISIAH Kiner-Falefa, the versatile infielder known for his slick glove and consistent bat, could be making a surprising return to the Bronx Bombers. Although nothing is confirmed yet, the rumor has ignited excitement among Yankees fans hoping for a boost in their infield depth. Kiner-Falefa, who initially made his mark with the Yankees before moving on, has shown steady growth throughout his career, earning a reputation as a reliable defender and a scrappy hitter. His ability to play multiple positions across the infield makes him a valuable asset in today's game, especially for a team like the Yankees, who are always looking to shore up their roster for a deep postseason run. The Pirates, on the other hand, appear to be in a rebuilding phase, and dealing a player like Kiner-Falefa could signal a strategic move to accumulate prospects. or younger talent. The trade talks reportedly involve a swap with Pittsburgh that could send Kiner-Falefa back to New York in exchange for players to be named later, or minor league prospects, although details remain murky. This kind of deal would fit the Yankees' pattern of acquiring experienced, versatile players to complement their star-studded lineup. Given Kiner-Falefa's familiarity with the organization, a return to the Yankees might be a seamless transition, sparking hopes that he can recapture or even exceed his previous form. Analysts speculate that the Yankees' interest in Kiner-Falefa might also be driven by recent struggles or injuries within their infield cores. Adding a dependable glove and a contact hitter could provide much-needed stability and flexibility for manager Aaron Boone as the team pushes toward the playoff stretch. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh could benefit by focusing on youth development and freeing payroll space, positioning themselves better for the future. While no official announcement has been made, the chatter around this potential deal is growing louder by the day. Fans on social media are already debating the pros and cons, with some welcoming Kiner-Falefa's return as a wise move, and others questioning what the Yankees might be giving up. Regardless, this developing story underscores how dynamic and unpredictable the trade market can be as the season progresses. If this rumored trade materializes, it could be a win-win for both franchises. The Yankees reinforce their roster with a familiar, reliable piece, and the Pirates continue their rebuild with fresh assets. For now, baseball enthusiasts will be watching closely, waiting for confirmation or denial. But one thing is clear: the ISIAH Kiner-Falefa to Yankees buzz is creating quite a stir in the baseball world. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.